This is my 2025 tiny YouTube office tour. I'll be going over what gear I use, how this office functions as a whole, and how I stay organised in this tiny room. So first things first, let's start with one of my latest additions, which has made this office way more functional and fun to work at, and that is my brand new desk. It's an L-shaped gazebo standing desk, and I've wanted this for a very, very long time. I have it in dark wood, and it's been an absolute game changer for me when I do work at my desk. The biggest reason is because of how I have this set up. So I have my monitor in the corner of the desk, which allows my arms to rest on both sides of the L-shaped desk instead of hanging off the end like it did with my previous IKEA desk. It was really uncomfortable, and this makes working at my desk way more comfortable, and it makes me want to spend more time in here because I just absolutely love it. Also, having the function to raise and lower the desk electronically not only helps with finding the most comfortable position to work at, but it also gets me standing, which is just also better for my health. The dimensions of this desk are 160 centimeters by 120 centimeters, which is pretty big, and it only just fits in this room, but it's absolutely perfect for me and I wouldn't have it any other way. The long end of the desk is great for prepping shoots, having a charging station, and also filming top-down shots for my YouTube videos. It's really sturdy, especially when you do raise it up in standing mode, which is really surprising to me, and it's also really satisfying to do. I brought it for about £200 on a Black Friday sale, and I really just can't recommend this desk enough. Moving on to my next item, and that is my Asus ProArt 27-inch monitor. This is an absolutely lovely monitor, and it's just great for color grading your videos. It has 100% sRGB and 100% Rec 709 color space. It's a 1440p monitor, and it's just been great for me over the past 2 years. To make this office even more functional, eventually I will upgrade to a second monitor so I can have one dedicated screen to see my videos, because at the minute when I am editing in DaVinci Resolve, the screen that I'm looking at can be quite small, so that's why I would look to upgrade to a second one in the future. A huge reason why I did go for this monitor is because you can connect your laptop to the monitor using USB-C. Not only is that just really simple and easy by just plugging in one cable, but it also charges it as well, so I don't have to have another cable wasting a USB-C spot on my Mac by plugging it in. It's just one cable connects to my Mac that charges it and connects to the monitor, and I think overall this monitor did cost around £300. And that leads me on to my next piece of kit, and that is my M1 MacBook Air. I've had this beast now for about 3 years, and it's still performing absolutely amazingly. The only time it does struggles though is when I'm editing, when my SSD fills up, because like an idiot I bought a 256GB storage instead of the 512GB, and that is the main reason why I do want to upgrade, because it really does slow it down quite a lot. I did pay extra though for the 16GB of RAM, and it runs great as long as you don't have multiple apps open like DaVinci Resolve, Photoshop and Lightroom all at once, because it can really do slow down the computer. I would like some more ports as well, like another USB-C and another SD card reader maybe, but it's not the biggest problem in the world because I have velcroed my SSD and my USB hub to the back of it, so it lives on that computer, so I can take it with me everywhere I go. Another upgrade for me in this office though, which is probably the biggest upgrade on a technical point of view, is these IK Multimedia iLoud micro monitor speakers. To put it straight, these are absolutely quality. It sounds amazing, and they're really small, and it's perfect for a setup like this. It's super easy to set up. It's literally just one wire that connects the two speakers together, a power cable, and then also an aux cable that can plug straight into my Mac. That's it. It's absolutely amazing, and it just sounds so good. The power button and the volume button are really easy to access, and I just love these speakers so much. Considering I did go from editing with my Sony XM3s, which aren't really good enough for sound design because they are a little bit too bassy, and the times that I didn't use headphones, I must say I just used my Mac for speakers, which is just absolutely unforgivable. They're about £150 to £300 depending on a deal on Amazon, but they are absolutely so worth it. I can't recommend them enough. Also on this desk I have an 8TB Seagate hard drive to store all of my footage and my photos, and another 5TB hard drive for my wedding videos and photos, and then also I have the Logitech MX Master 2S and the Logitech MX Keys Mini. This keyboard and mouse combo is absolutely perfect for me. The mini keyboard is perfect size for this office, and the MX Master 2S is amazing for video editing. I got this over the 3S because it was half the price and it pretty much does the exact same thing. As for the filming side, the camera I use is the Canon R6 Mark II with the 16-35 f4 or the 24-70, but recently I actually have been using the Canon R7 with the Sigma 18-35 f1.8, and I'm using that now. I'm using a clamp and a small gimbal arm to attach this on my desk, and it's literally the only way way I can get as much depth as possible while trying to get as much of my background in as possible, because I just absolutely love my background. The background I want to show off is my wall of pop figures that you can see behind me. I have some shelves on the right wall, 3 displays of Spider-Man, Avengers, and one of my favorite games of all time, which is Batman Arkham City, which I've recently just started playing the crap out of on my brand new Steam Deck OLED, which I'm absolutely loving. And that also lives in this office from time to time if I want to hook it up to my monitor and play some games on the bigger screen. Moving on to my lighting setup, this has actually been quite awkward for me for quite a while, but I think I've finally figured it out. At the minute, I'm using the Godox Lightman's LA300R with an 85cm small rig softbox, and this is mounted onto a C-stand at the highest point it can go. This is because when the desk is in standing mode, the light doesn't get in the way, and then when I want to film, I can just lower it to the position I want. This keeps it so easy for me because I want everything to be ready to go. I don't want to have to build my light and softbox every single time I do want to film. And I also don't want the light from stopping me to go into the standing mode, because the way I had it before, it was like over my monitor on a C-stand arm and it was in the way. It was hard to operate and it looked pretty ugly, to be fair. This did mean though that I didn't have anywhere for my IKEA Alex drawers to go. I did try putting them under my desk, but it did get in the way of my chair, and again it just stops in the flow of me trying to be comfortable at this desk. However though, this newer C-stand that I have actually allows you to raise one of the legs, and this makes my Alex drawers fit into the corner of the room like it did before, with one of the legs just resting on top. It has literally made this whole process and this whole room so seamless. The light is quite side on and quite high though, because at the minute on my Sigma 18-35, I think I am at 18mm, so you can see as much of the background as possible. So this does mean I can't go too low and too close to me, and it is quite side on, but at the end of the day, I do think it still looks nice, and I'd rather a side on light where I can just add a fill light rather than something that I can't make this whole room as practical as I can, because otherwise I just won't make any content. I also have my newer MS60C attached to these shelves on the right using a small rig magic arm if I do want to use it as my fill, or if I want to add some colour onto the back wall, or if I want to match the colour temperature of this lamp, and it's just really nice and easy to set up, ready to go. Just jumping back in here because I was just doing the editing of this video and I realised that I didn't even talk about what chair I use. The chair I use is called the Takova Ergonomic office chair, and basically it's so good because it has nice lumbar support for your back, and since I got this chair, oh my god, it is so much more comfortable to work at. I need to be comfortable when I work, and having a chair that supports my back and is not uncomfortable is so huge for me. And at the minute, I've just looked on Amazon and it's about £140, 18% off sale at the minute. It's normally 170, and I really do highly recommend it. For my kit organisation storage, I have this IKEA chest of drawers and then also the Alex drawers like I mentioned earlier. In the top drawer, this is where I'll store my cameras, lenses and filters. Below I have my lighting drawer, which fits my Godox light, my Zhiyun tube light, and also both of my flashes and their accessories. The next drawer is my rigging drawer, so this has my camera cages, V-mount battery, gimbal, cables. The bottom drawer holds my Amran 100D, my newer MS60C, and then also my DJI Mini 2 drone. The Alex drawers is a little bit of a mess, but the top shelf is my dumping ground of batteries, charging cables, stepper rings, and just junk. The next drawer is where I normally store my headphones and my hard drives. The third drawer is my audio drawer, so this is where I keep my shotgun mic, my lav mics and my cables, and then also my wind protection for my Sennheiser MKE 600. I then just have a random cable and paperwork drawers on the bottom, which really do need sorting out. But yeah, at least it just keeps a dumping ground for the stuff that I do need, like Allen keys and just screws and whatever I need to just put in there. And for the end, it's not a part of this office, but it's on the office door, so I'm definitely including it. And that is my brand new dartboard. I've been playing so much into the World Championship darts, and it's actually mounted using this cool strap. And it's just, yeah, it's so great, and it's just got me back into playing darts, and I absolutely love it. So that is my YouTube tiny office tour. It's pretty cramped, but it's my office, and I love it. Everything is linked to the description below, from the lights, from the monitors, the desk, pretty much everything. So if you do have a small YouTube setup like this, and you are struggling to try and make the most out of it, I've had tiny rooms now for the past 3 years, and I think having a functional desk like this one, what is really fun to work at, and then also having a streamlined YouTube filming setup, which doesn't require any setup at all. It's just literally press record, turn on the light and go. That is what I want, and that is exactly what I have now with this setup. The only struggle I do have is trying to keep organised and tidy, because a lot of stuff does just get chucked around the desk and on my chest of drawers back there. So keeping it on top of the organisation of things is really important, and that's one thing that hopefully you can do better than me. But luckily I do have Amy, who did come in and clean up this whole room for me on the weekend, which has really made my life just so much easier and, like I said, fun to work at. So thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy, hit that like button and subscribe for more videos like this in the future. And yeah, I guess I'll see you guys on the next one. See you later.